On the latest episode of Farmer Wants a Wife, after spending weeks replaying the same virtually unknown songs from albums with potentially AI-generated cover art, the show blows its entire music budget in one go.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me.
I'm Lizzie Frizzle. This is the Recap Corner. Let's talk about some TV.
Cheers.
Season 2, Episode 12 is called Family City Visits Part 2. But unlike Part 1, there's no farm segment to help fill time. There's just the family visits. First, we travel to Dallas, Texas, where farmer Nathan is nervous driving in a city.
It's a little nerve-wracking driving through everywhere. Everything's bigger in Texas.
He's headed to the salon where Taylor works, called Blontourage, to meet her co-workers who double as her friends and also her doppelgangers. Taylor's bosses, her best friends,
Taylor's my longest best friend.
ask Nathan questions that the lead of a dating show can't answer without giving away the ending, like if he loves Taylor or if she's his soulmate, but they like his non-answers anyway.
Do you think Taylor's your soulmate?
Let's just say I can definitely see a future with Taylor.
Good answer.
Later at a restaurant, Nathan and Taylor meet up with her parents. Her dad worries that their connection only seems strong within the glitz and glamour of TV production, but Nathan reassures him.
Okay, here's one that might not be easy, Nathan. Have you ever had feelings for another person like you have for Taylor now?
Not at all.
Really?
Not at all.
I guess it's okay for the lead to give away the ending after all. When Nathan leaves the table, Taylor cries happy tears because she's so fulfilled in their relationship. Her mom Darcy cries because Taylor's crying because women be emotional.
You girls.
We're just girls being emotional, you know?
Later, Nathan and Taylor steal a moment alone to agree that the day went well and to kiss a little. To camera, Nathan wonders which finalist he should choose. His obvious favorite, Taylor, the only woman he's kissed all season, but who's hesitant to abandon her established life in Dallas, or Allie, who's willing to move. Out west in California, Farmer Mitchell fits right in as he checks out one of Los Angeles' many beaches while wearing his boots, jeans, jacket, and cowboy hat. After, he heads to an oceanside restaurant to meet Kate, her mom, her brother, and her best friend.
This is my best friend.
Shayna?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
If Shayna ever wants to move to Dallas, I know a place that would hire her. Over a meal, or in Mitchell's case, a huge plate of tortilla chips, Kate's family asks the same generic questions as all the other families, and are as impressed with Mitchell as all the other families were by their farmer. But I thought his answers ranged from a little odd.
What surprised you about Kate?
She just meshed really well with me. Like, we get along really well.
To a little evasive.
Kate is the sweetest person I know, and I really want to know what your intentions are with her.
My intentions are based off this time, you know, getting to know her nearest and dearest.
To potentially revealing that his TikTok algorithm is full of tradwife content.
I really want to know what you love about Kate.
What I love about her, I love that I feel like she would be a good mother.
She would be a great mother.
Yeah. I love that she can cook really good. Like, I love all her food.
Then again, it's impossible to know how the conversation actually went because as food disappears, then reappears on the table, the scene's continuity disappears for good. All we know for sure is that Mitchell knows how to talk to the youth.
Yeah, definitely off of first impression, you probably have my green light.
Oh, thanks. That means a lot. Thanks, bro.
Later, Mitchell says he's going to walk along the beach while Kate's family gives her feedback. But instead, he sits at a nearby table and waits for Shayna to find him, because for some reason, at least one person at each family visit has to talk to the farmer privately. During this one-on-one talk, Shayna asks Mitchell what she calls a hard question.
Okay, what stands out from her than the other girl?
Yeah.
Mitchell explains that his other finalist, Sydney, isn't as nurturing, quiet, or reserved as Kate, which are 3 of the 4 words he almost exclusively uses to describe her.
I would say that she is a lot more nurturing. Yeah. She's definitely more reserved and quiet. She is a little more quiet and reserved, and I love that about her. I chose Kate for this date because she is a little more quiet and reserved, and I love that about her. That's really special qualities to have. Remembering when I first met you and I felt like you were a little quiet, you didn't talk much.
All that's missing is motherly.
Kate shares some qualities that I see in my mother. She's such a nurturer. I feel like she is very motherly. I felt like she just carried like a very proper, nurturing, motherly air about her.
At the end of the visit, Mitchell and Kate sit on the beach and compliment how each other looks in sunlight. Kate tries not to get her hopes up about becoming Mitchell's winner, then does anyway.
I've said it since day one. I do not want to get my hopes up, but I feel like we are meant to be together.
In Franklin, Tennessee, farmer Ty hopes that meeting Megan's family will help him determine if they're at the same place in their lives, even though last episode he told her they were on the same path.
I have to make a big decision. I need to make sure that we're in the same place in our lives. We are two people, that kind of are on the same path.
Ty meets Megan's mom, brother, other brother, and dog, who all agree, even Callie the dog, that Megan was made to be on a farm despite her bad roping skills.
You learned how to rope this year.
Yeah, and then Ty taught me as well. He's the pro.
It's kind of when somebody learns something and they don't learn it, maybe, right? It's hard to break bad habits.
You're saying she has bad habits?
My roping skills.
Megan's mom, Kim, wonders about the 11-year age gap between Megan and Ty. It worries her because of its potential to prevent Megan from having a baby, and because of all the male dating show leads that came before Ty who had unserious intentions with their much younger contestants.
Let's be honest, we've all seen all these shows, and as a parent, you're concerned.
Yeah.
During a private talk with Kim, Ty admits that having another kid is a gray area, which worries her even more, but not Megan.
My mom was concerned about the whole kid situation, and that's just how it's always been from the beginning with Ty. I think my thing is, it's a conversation definitely, but not a deal breaker.
But every conversation we've seen Ty have about babies ends with him saying he doesn't want one. Later, Ty and Megan walk the dog and rehash all the baby talk we just watched. Despite her mom's concerns, Megan is excited by the idea of life with Ty on his farm, and Ty is excited by Megan's outfit.
You look lovely today. Absolutely, like this.
Thank you.
What you got going on is...
Oh, gosh.
It's great.
Farmer Brandon travels to Elkhart, Iowa, where the spaces are wide open, the sheep are very still, and everyone drinks out of solo cups except Emerson. Brandon drives to her family's farm to meet her mom, dad, sister, and brother, none of whom are bothered by Brandon's remote lifestyle because Elkhart is even smaller than where he lives in Colorado. After some potato-based banter,
And then
A lot of mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
we love those.
everybody loves mashed potatoes.
Brandon explains that throughout his life, he has prioritized learning to farm over learning to date. But being on the show has taught him that he definitely doesn't like dating 5 women at once. Emerson's siblings pull him for the obligatory private talk and are impressed with his answers.
As Emerson as a person, what's your favorite characteristic of her?
She's very confident.
You can tell that he's really done some deep digging as far as who she is versus just not what she looks like. He genuinely has taken an interest in getting to know who Emerson is outside of you physically.
The rest of Emerson's family also thinks highly of Brandon and of Colorado itself.
We like Colorado. We've been there a couple of times, so, I can buy into that.
Yeah, me too.
Later, Emerson takes Brandon on a tour of the farm, which features footage of beautiful pastoral landscapes and lots of close-ups of faces and feet. Emerson says she could see a connection with Brandon forming down the line, and that's important, since according to Jennifer Nettles, the farmers' winners are the women they'll spend their lives with.
Brandon and Ty are on their way to meet their second lady's family and friends. This is the perfect chance to learn more about them before they decide who they want to spend their lives with.
Will Brandon's winner be someone he met halfway through the season? And who will the other farmers pick as their final ones? We don't know yet. But here's what I think. At the beginning of this episode, I thought all 4 of the women featured in it were going to be the winners: Taylor, Kate, Megan, and Emerson. By the end of the episode, I still mostly thought that, but I swapped out Kate because Mitchell didn't bring her flowers or her mom 2 orchids like he gave to Sydney and her mom last time. Was that because Mitchell met Kate's family at a restaurant and not their house? Maybe. Mitchell also didn't kiss Kate, but he did kiss Sydney. And now to contradict myself, even though Brandon kissed Grace but not Emerson, I still think Emerson will win because Brandon thinks she's hot.
You're very sweet and very pretty.
Grace's homesickness has also been a consistent storyline that only got more screen time as the season went on. I think Ty will pick Megan because horse guy goes with horse girl, and I think the only way Nathan doesn't pick Taylor is if she decides she doesn't want to move and quits the show. 3 of the 4 contestants I expect to lose, Kate, Melody, and Grace, were also all featured in the clips of the upcoming reunion that aired a few weeks ago. Does that matter? To find out, come back next week for another Farmer Wants a Wife recap. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, if you're so inclined, please like and subscribe. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.